Good morning. How are you? You wouldn't believe it. I just sat here for 10 minutes doing a live video, or I thought I was, and it wasn't even on. So I'm going to do this again. Well, gave me practice, right? Okay, so my name is Julie Barnett, and this is day 7 of my favorite oils and or products of Young Living. Things that I have around me on a daily basis, I use on a daily basis that I feel are must-have things in your arsenal to keep your health and wellness above the line. And so today we are going to be talking about Ortho Ease and Ortho Sport. And the reason I have two of these is because they're very, very similar in makeup. There's only a couple oils difference. But if you notice here, this one says for relief. Ortho Sport is for relief. And so I learned from our Royal Crown way upline, Sherry Ross, that the Ortho Sport is more for, hey, how you doing? Is more for joint support, where the Ortho Ease soothes achy sore muscles. And so we are going to be talking about these two oils today. Now, obviously, there's a whole lot more oil in this than there is in a little 5 ml bottle. And the reason being is because this is full of carrier oil that helps it to stretch out and be used a lot more. So this is a part of our massage oil line. Ortho Ease is my absolute favorite. When I do classes and parties, and I do a few a month, I always take this with me, and I begin by saying, anybody here have any muscle or joint discomfort that needs a little lovin'? And I will take this and give them a little massage, either on their back, their shoulders, their hips, their knees, their feet, wherever there is necessary need. And by the end of the class, they've usually forgotten about what they were feeling before. So I take this with me. I share this with a lot of people. I give more samples of this than I do anything else because it is so soothing to muscles and joints. And so we're going to talk about that today in the ingredients in it. Now, I have to be compliant because I am not a doctor, so I can't say a whole lot about, because some of the oils that are in this are very, very powerful oils that help let me see, how can I say this compliantly? The way your body reacts to irritation. So if you've got an irritation going on, something, your body reacts in a certain way, and that's what usually causes the issue. And so this has so many of the oils in it that help to stop that irritation before it even gets started. And if it's already got going, or you've had something that's going on where you already have an issue, then it helps to soothe that and give it a lot of love. Hey, Becky Peterson, how are you? Denise, hey, how are you? You're up early being out west. Angela, how are you? So anyway, Ortho Sport. So why it's in such a big bottle is because it has a carrier oil. And the carrier oil that we use is very beneficial to your skin. It absorbs easily into your skin. It is several different oils combined together for the nourishing value. So it's not just like plain olive oil. It's a really, really good fractionated, good, I'm glad you are, coconut oil along with other blends. So Ortho Ease is a calming blend of vegetable oils and therapeutic grade essential oils. So we know that because I'm a rep of Young Living. But it has some really powerful oils into it, and I am going to mention what they are. But if you, I'm going to move this book for a second. If you are truly interested in learning the real power of these oils that are into this blend, then you're going to have to do some homework, because I am not a doctor, and so therefore I really can't say a lot. But I can talk about the vegetable oils that are in it. The almond oil is in it. It's very high in vitamin E and phytonutrients, which is very nourishing to the skin. It helps protect membranes of the cell from oxidative stress. So anybody knows about oxidation? That's what causes can't say it, but the way that's what how your body reacts when things aren't going right in the cells, and so then they kind of go rogue, and it's going to cause other issues. So it helps the membranes from being reacting in that way. It has coconut oil, which is fractionated coconut oil. It's very light and it's stable, and it facilitates the absorption of all the other oils that are in this blend. I don't understand this because I'm not a scientist, but it has no double bond, any bonds in the chemical chain, and so therefore it doesn't oxidize. Like if you open up a bottle of olive oil that you have not kept in the fridge, or any kind of oil really that sits on your shelf, in a couple months time you can smell it where it's going rancid. Well, the rancid, it's oxidizing. It's oxidizing, which is not good, and so you don't want to use that. You pitch that oil. But because this oil doesn't have those double bonds, it its shelf life lasts for a very, very long time. And so that is why they use it. And coconut oil has been fractionated down so the molecules are very, very small. And so they absorb into your skin really easily, along with the essential oils. It also has grapeseed oil, which is nourishing to the skin. It does have some olive oil, which is really good to protect I can't say that. It's got a lot of phytonutrients, so maybe look that up. And it has wheat germ oil, which has lecithin and vitamin E in it, along with B vitamins. So all those things are really good and nourishing to your body. And when you slather that on your skin or your legs or your back or your hips, every part of it your body recognizes as like a food. So you're not going to have congested areas because of some heavy, thick oil that your body doesn't know what to do with. Or a synthetic oil, which your body absolutely, when you put synthetic stuff on your body, whether you do it through lotions or ointments or stuff like that, your body doesn't know what to do with half of it. And so what happens? It stores it in the liver, gets bogged down, and we don't want that. And so that is the vegetable oil that this is mixed in with. So now what essential oils are a part of this that would help soothe my muscles, giving my muscles a lot of love? Okay, eucalyptus. Now, I'm going to tell you, most of the stuff on here I cannot say, so do yourself a favor. Get a pen and paper out and write these down, and then go just Google. And it will tell you why these oils are so powerful and why Gary would figure out to put it in here to help you soothe and love on your muscles that need a little help. So eucalyptus globulus, eucalyptus radiata, juniper. Oh, I was out at the farm last year during the juniper harvest. It was so good. Juniper is known for cleansing abilities along with some other things. Marjoram. Marjoram is something that I love to rub on my legs at night before I go to sleep. And so they put marjoram in here to just help calm and soothe muscles. And so I rub that on my, I like it on my whole bottom half. I put it on my hips, but I love it on my legs, and it helps me get a really good night's sleep. Peppermint. Well, we all know what peppermint is. It's a hot cold, and so it's very cooling and invigorating to muscles. And so it helps to soothe and calm them down. And you know, it's in a lot of those things that you buy over the counter, the icy hot things. Most of the time that's wintergreen and peppermint, and they use those for that property. But the thing is, most of those out there are synthetic, so they're made in the lab. They're not the pure thing. And so even though they may feel good and do a job, your body doesn't see them as food. You need the real thing coming from the real plant, not something made in a petri dish. So peppermint, and I'm not saying every single thing out there is like that, but the majority of them are. So thyme's a very warm oil, and you don't want to use it straight without some kind of carrier because it is very hot. And so it's a warming thing. So when you warmth, they tell you to put a hot pack on. That helps to ease tension in muscles. And so that's why you use the warming. And then the cool, I don't know, the hot cold just works really good with muscles that need a little love. Vetiver, can't say a thing about it, but it's got some really, really good properties. Wintergreen is like that cortisone like compound that combats pain. I'm not even supposed to say that word, but that's what I'm just going to say it. It's got that cortisone type action that kind of is a numbing thing. So that's what this oil has in it. I have this all the time. I share this more than any other oil, and I love it. Oh, did I say lemongrass? Because lemongrass is another really good oil. So I will take this with me to parties, and I will make sure that I even doctor it up sometimes. If somebody comes to me and has a specific thing that they would like to work on, I'll say that. I will doctor this up with some Panaway, Aroma Seas. There's a few other ones that I will doctor it up and give it to them so that they can find instant soothing relief. I sound crazy sometimes because of so much that I can't say, and I'm really sorry, but all I can say is these things are powerful and they work. And so if you're, concerned, go out and do your homework. So now what's the difference between ease and sport? The only difference that I can see is that a couple of different oils. Ease has the juniper and the marjoram in it. So those are used toward muscle. Okay. Where sport, the one that's different in here is it doesn't have the marjoram and juniper, but it has, I'm not even sure I'm saying this right, Elemi. Elemi, it's E-L-E-M-I. If you want to look that up, you're welcome to. But Elemini has been used for hundreds of years in Europe for skin ointments, I'll say. It is the relative of frankincense and myrrh. And so if you know anything about frankincense and myrrh, which are like the king of essential oils, it is a sister to them. So they use that in here also. So whichever one you choose, I always have them both. These are part of the massage oils that Young Living carries. They also carry one that's called relaxation. So if you come in and from a stressful day work, and if you go to a massage therapist or a chiropractor often, or even at all, I would take any one of these oils and have them use these while they're doing their adjustments. I said that about Valor the other day. I would start with Valor and then make sure these, because then your muscles are going to be just so relaxed that the adjustment will go a whole lot better. And if you have anything going on in your back, around your back, your hips, your areas, then, have your mate or your husband, your wife, your friend, take these oils and run them right down the spine. Just, like 7 or 8 drops down your spine, and then fan them out all along the spine, because your spine is what, your nerves, all the nerves in your body run off of your spine. And so if you're having elbow problem or hip problem, I'm telling you, it stems off from your spine. And so you want to always take care of the spine first, giving it some love so that the rest of the body will, function correctly. Anyway, that's it for today. As far as the oils are concerned, if you don't have these are something that you just really have to have in your arsenal. And I use these as my carrier oil for most things. So whatever I'm doing, if I'm using something as a chest rub, I'll use this. They have a V6 oil, which is a great oil, and I use that too. But I will use this as my carrier for almost all things if I'm making specific blends up for specific things. Okay, yesterday I had mentioned in the video about a book that I use, which is like a oiler's Bible, if you will. This is the book. Yep, it's an awesome, awesome book. And it's the desk reference, so it's what we use. But for a long, long time, I was using this one. And I actually still have this one as an app on my phone. And it's a really good one, too. If you are into essential oils, you have to have some kind of help. And so if you're not using Pinterest, you got to use a book. And so this book is just the most awesome book. What it does is break down every single product of Young Living by oil or whatever is in that product, and it explains totally why that product is why that oil or herb has been placed into that product and how it works synergistically together to benefit your body the most. And so I just think that's awesome. I love that. And so you're not wondering, well, what makes these things so much better than the stuff that I can buy in the store? Why can't I buy my vitamins at Walmart? This will explain to you why the vitamin differences in the oils. Oils are in every one of our products, and oils are oxygenating, and they take everything deeper into cells. And I'll just leave it there. No other product out there on the market has that ability. They just don't. And so where you might have to take 3 or 4 of one thing, you know what? I'm not even going to go off there. I'm just not. But there's a whole section here. It's section number, it starts with chapter 16, and I think it goes through 19, because our bodies are wonderfully made. They will help support us. If we get stuff going on, it will fight to get anything invader out or anything. But after a while, if we don't feed our bodies properly and eat nutritious foods and drink lots of water and do all, our bodies lose that ability to fight off things. And so it talks about throughout these chapters how awesome our body is to recuperate when given the proper things to help support it. And so it shows you how everything works together so perfectly. Like yesterday I was talking about the enzymes and probiotics and how your body has to have those. Oh, it talks about that in detail, about how perfectly the body balances itself out with those things when you supply them. So it's just a really, really good book for researching, and if you really want to understand how our body works, but in layman's terms. I am not see I am not a scientist. I don't really even like science, but I do like to understand how products and oils and different things work with my body to help create a a wellness above the line. And so it's just an excellent book. So if you can, this book, and this is huge and it's heavy and it's hard to carry around, so I don't. It's really more of a research type book for me, but it does come in a pocket reference if you desire to have that. So okay, I think that answers it. I posted it in yesterday's video, another picture of it, whereas there's an Amazon link, so you're welcome to go there. Good morning, whoever just came on. So that's all I got to say today about my 7th most favorite oils. So I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, and I will see you again tomorrow with another tidbit about a product. Okay, bye.